Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our second match of the day, second semifinals match. Game one here between BONKS, the North American second place team, and FPM, the Asia third place team? Stats.
Second place team.
Help me out. Second place. I thought they were second place. I wrote down second. I'm making sure I was right. Anyways, here on Northern Waters in green, BONKS bringing Ohio, Yamato, double Des Moines, double Nevsky, fronted by Z52, Shimakaze, and Yu Yang. Talk to me about the FPM lineup stats.
Yeah, FPM have Montana, Kremlin, Des Moines, double Stalingrad, Daring, double Mosso, and Shimakaze. So a little bit more standard with these two lineups here. We're seeing Whale Biologist as ever in the Z52. We've really enjoyed watching Whale Biologist play Z52 this weekend, so no doubt we're going to see something interesting again going on the B cap for BONKS.
They got a lot of really good work out of Whale Biologist yesterday, both on this map and on Warrior's Path later in that series that they played with Rain. So I'm really curious to see more of that. BONKS kind of going for an early even split here. Ohio double Nevsky and Yang. So we're seeing those Nevskys with what is probably a smoke Yu Yang setting up over here in the islands along the 8, 9, 10 lines. Likely going to be a lot of those quick Yang smokes with the Nevskys camped in there, looking for places to rain their copious quantities of HE shells.
FPM not going for an even split, so they've gone. They've actually turned the Stalingrad all the way around. So Forced Renus is actually in a sort of kiting over the shoulder shooting position, while double Mosso and the other two destroyers all go towards A. Now you may wonder, okay, what's the Shimakaze and the Daring doing? Well, if you come into this spot in here in something that has very good detection, you can actually spot some of the stuff going over towards the top of A, which gives the Montana the ability, he says, talking slowly, to miss turret bonk. I was hoping that was going to be some kind of dev strike, but he missed. Yeah, no, the Shimmer is there to do some spotting.
I was going to say, this is very clever, pairing the Shima and the Daring together. The Shima outspots the Z52, so it's very possible for the Shima to maybe work his way in close, let the Daring smoke up and throw shells, but that's not what they're doing. Mostly just dumping torpedoes. They are going to step Munan's Daring onto the bottom into B to stop that cap, and that's going to force Whale Biologist to back up and try to catch him in hydro and make him go away.
Yeah, Daring just getting inside that cap before the Z52 actually capped. Of course, the two Mossos have already capped A and are long gone, running away from the Shimakaze of BONKS' torpedoes. And we'll see where they take these Mossos now, whether they rotate them all the way over to B, or whether they stick around to support and defend A.
BONKS once again trying to bring Azuki's Des Moines down into this island over here along the one line. We saw them do this yesterday.
Yeah,
it worked.
You may remember what I was saying yesterday about this is a super, super, super dangerous thing to do. But yesterday it worked because there was nothing sitting on the corner of that island over there in G3. But today there is. With that Montana there, I don't know. I don't like Thai's chances here. That's when you get to the end of that smoke screen, that's it looks like a short gap, but it really isn't.
It's time for a Montana salvo, and that's all it's going to take.
Yeah, so I'm going to look at this from the point of view of the Montana here. Let's go on to the number 2 view. So this is what the red team FPM can currently see. Obviously, they can't see the Des Moines right now. So I'm going to be looking over the shoulder of the Montana. They can see the shells coming out of the smoke screen and from the Shimakaze, which is actually visible. There is the Des Moines. Just popped up. There go the Montana shells. There's also torpedoes.
This is going to hurt.
Actually, no.
Wow. Mostly overpens through the bow.
But now Azuki has to make that run to the island and end up nose in or tail in. Let's see. Because the problem is if you ground your nose, you're still there. That's the problem.
Yeah. I think BONKS perhaps has maybe kind of just bought into, this is my strategy. There are many like it, but this one is mine. I'm not changing it. And I feel like it might cost them a ship early here. I mean, there's a lot of people over here ready to assassinate Azuki. It's 5-on-4? 5-on-4 on this cap.
Yeah. And the other thing which you pointed out yesterday was once you get a cruiser into this position, if you manage to do it safely, you have to defend its rear end. And currently, there is nothing to defend Azuki's rear end from that Marceau.
Yeah, Battleship Nagato kind of back here, like able to throw a few shells, but it's not going to be enough to stop a Marceau. I mean, any one of these Marceaus that wants to loop around the back end of this island and just have their way with Azuki is going to be able to do that.
And you can already see Plan CVN-18 moving over. Not necessarily planning to rush, but maybe finish it off with shells. Yeah, here's the AP.
Yep, they're moving Yuwa up to proxy spot Azuki, while Plan CV will just start shelling him permanently. I mean, Azuki's going to be lit the whole time he's in this position. This is going to end so badly. This feels like a case of, like I said, just inflexible strategy stats.
Absolutely. So yeah, the Shimmer is back here, but that's no match for a Marceau unless it happens to land a torpedo. So I think we are going to see Azuki eventually go down here, although obviously Des Moines is reasonably tanky, but that has limits.
6 minutes gone.
Let's just flick over. We paid a lot of attention to A. Let's just flick over to B quickly while I keep that Des Moines in the background. So, Daring Munan is smoked up inside the cap, shelling Whale Biologist, who I assume is radared currently by Forced Runus.
Yep, radar is expired now. Biologist going to back into the cap. Probably not before Munan flips it.
Alright, BONKS also coming under quite a lot of fire there. 21k.
The two radars, the Nevsky radars kind of being, let's say, wasted for the moment over on the 9 line, not really doing them any favors at the moment. They really could use one of those in the middle of the board.
Yeah, these two Nevskys going out towards the 10 line around the cap they already own. I mean, they still have to force the Stalingrad and the Kremlin to stay at arm's length, but yeah, they could potentially bring one of these Nevskys back over, I think.
I see what they're doing. They're using the Des Moines. They're using turret bonks Des Moines to help try and guard Azuki's stern, but it's not going to be enough. They are going to get Azuki here in a moment.
Yep, a few more shells. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that opens up A completely now for them to own it. And I think now that turret bonk is down to 30k, I suspect that's the next target. Yep,
yeah,
just as I say that, the shells come in.
More. Yeah, I was just going to say, there's the Stalingrad shells.
Okay,
that is a beautiful position for the Stalin.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. I think you'll see Yihua maybe start to put a bit of pressure on, although the Yamato is here, so Apache is still able maybe to get shots on Yihua. Yeah, Yamato's guns are indeed coming around. The Shima Marceau Daring group is coming underneath B now to contest against Whale Biologist. So that's going to make it really, really tricky for that Z-52 to hold on to B.
They're going to drive him out of there. There's no way. His smoke is on cooldown. He blew his smoke a little while ago. Honestly, I think they're going to get Whale Biologist right here. I don't think he's got anywhere to run. He's got no help. It's 3v1. He's going out.
Smoke is currently on cooldown, so no chance there whatsoever.
Turret bonk's going out right. Well, he's healing, but it's only a matter of seconds. They'll get him eventually. He's so low. He's going to back up. If he backs up too far, the Stalingrad will have him again. Or the Marceaus. Like, there's nowhere to hide in this position right now. Yep,
it's a very dangerous position. Yeah, a lot of teams, if they're playing a bit more conservatively, will tend to put the cruiser up here where the smoke screen is currently by this island. Where you can't be cross-shot, but the problem with that is then your radar is further away and your guns are further away. So the
Montana Salvo coming in for turret bonk.
There it goes.
Bonk's down 3 ships as we approach the halfway mark of the game. It is everything coming up FPM. I tell you right now, if you were trying to sell me on an all-Asia final, I would probably buy it.
Yeah, absolutely. BONKS, obviously they still hold C. Those two Nevskis are reasonably healthy. Every time, I tell you what, this tournament, every time I say a ship is reasonably healthy, it gets smacked.
They take a Citadel. I was just just noting that, actually, yeah.
I'm sorry, Baobonk, I just jinxed you, although you probably are going to get Kokonoe.
Yeah, I think they are about to get Kokone off the board here.
Yeah.
He's down to 97. A single shell will deal with that.
If the Nevsky can land them. Quite floaty shells on a Nevsky.
Yeah, but it's not like Stalingrad is maneuverable.
No, that's true.
And now he's healing.
Gets to a heal. The shell's in the air.
BONKS needs this kill. They need to try and salvage something out of this game. I mean, they feel out of it, but in reality, it's Baobong's stupidly low as well now.
The very flat AP in the air from the Stalingrad may actually take Baobong out.
It will. Oh, he missed.
Nope, that's a miss.
I missed them all. Stalingrad missed? Is that legal?
I'm not sure. There we go. Got him eventually. Is that going to be a fire? Nope, no fire. Last volley in. I'm just watching the Yamato in the background as well there.
Kokone's Stalingrad was down to 97 HP.
Yu Yang is going to finish off Kokonoe, I think. Yamato of BONKS goes down in the background. Pushed all the way into A. So now it is a significant points and ships advantage for FPM.
This is over. This is over. In the MMORPG world, they just say, call the wipe, kids. Try again. This
exactly.
is you're done. Even now, this Stalingrad has been on like 0.5% health for what feels like 3 minutes. There we go. They finally do get him.
Yep. Nevsky takes a 5k chunk there from the Kremlin. Super lucky not to be just deleted there. FPM just cleaning up.
Yeah.
The loss of that Stalingrad does give a little bit more time to BONKS, but I don't see really what they can do here. They're saying that. They did just get a bit of a chunk off of Fort Runis in the Stalingrad. But 43 seconds remaining. Munan taking a bit of a hit there as well.
Kudos to BONKS for not just kind of throwing in the towel here, right? Like, they're continuing to fight. They're still trying to get ships off the board, even though it's basically hopeless.
Thing is, especially when there's money on the table, you know, you never know what's going to happen. Maybe one of the players forgot to mount a detonation flag. Maybe you just get lucky and all your shells land. Maybe you get a quadruple fire on a cruiser. You know, you never know. So
they are certainly doing a great job of burning Runis out, and there he goes.
So that's another few seconds on the clock. Hattie may go down for BONKS.
Yeah, when that happens, that'll end the game if he does.
16 seconds.
Seconds away here from a convincing FPM win in game 1.
Munan may go down first.
There he goes. Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty convincing. I too would also buy tickets for a double Asia final right now, which I would not have predicted before this tournament started. No way. So it's amazing. And we were actually saying off stream earlier how open this tournament has been the whole way through. So that's fantastic to see. But this isn't over. We'll be coming back. It's 0-1, so we'll be coming back for the decider. But for the time being, while the teams reset, let's pass back to Chrysantos.